100 class. It's time for your basics. So we're going to start out with our fighting stance. We'll start with crossing the arms. We'll step in with our left foot, bending both knees, and then taking both hands, snapping them to the proper position. And if we want to make this a little more challenging, take your left hand, put it to the ear this time, and stretching the right hand out, stepping forward with the left foot again, and then snapping the hands. Ichi. And reset. Knee. And reset. One more. San. And reset. This time we'll move on to our forward stance. So having the hands at your side. Remember, this technique, we only have the front knee bent. The opposite leg is super straight as it can be. So taking the left foot, stepping in. Now as we move forward, we want to move through the center and we want to try to stay at the same level. So we don't want to go up and down. So we want to step through, keeping the knees bent, and push forward. Now bending the opposite leg, pushing the other heel back as far as it can go. Knee. And now we can try backward. Ichi. Knee. San. All right, very nice. Now our kick for our white belt. So back to that fighting stance, we're going to use our back leg for a front snap kick. Remember, there's 4 parts to it: up, out, in, down. So lift up, out, in, down. All right, we'll put it all together for 3. Ichi. Knee. One more, san. Nice job. And remember to try the other leg as well. Moving on to our yellow belts, we're going to work on our horse stance. So we'll try this side to side first. Take your left leg, just step it out to the side, making sure that both toes are in line. So you don't want one leg forward, you want them all in line. Making sure that the toes are pointing the same way and your knees are pushed out. You don't want to look like you have to go potty, all right? So now we'll step forward and do this, stepping in with the left, ichi, then step through, knee, and I'll go backward this time, ichi, and one more, knee. All right? Last technique for you guys, yellow belts, is our roundhouse kick. So back to that fighting stance. Couple pieces I like to remember is switching the hands first, and then taking the front toes and twisting them. Then lift the knee, point, kick, and put it back. So let's try that all together. Ichi. Knee. And last one, san. Hiya! All right, very nice. Now we'll go on to the strategies for the white and yellow belts. So white belts, you guys have single attack and also working on the footwork as well. So we'll be in our fighting stance. Take your back foot, bring it up, out, and then the front foot, bring it in and back. Up, out, in and back. Now we're going to add our single attack for the white belts. So you're just going to move in and do a right hand punch. Ichi. And back. Knee. One more. San. Very nice. All right, moving on to our yellow belts. You guys have what is called ABC, which is attack by combination. And this could be plenty of things, but today we're going to work on our back fist and punch. So we could start out with the same footwork. Move in, back fist, punch, and then go back. Again, ichi. Pop, pop, and reset. Knee, pop, pop, and reset. One more, san. All right, very nice, everyone. On to Hancho.
Hey 100 class, good to see you guys. For our orange belts and our green belts, we'll be doing your basics today, and then we'll be working on some strategy work for you guys to touch on at home too, okay? Let's get started. We'll start with our orange belt basics. The first basic you guys have is back stance. So start with just your feet together, hands on your hips. You can take your right foot, step it back. Notice as I step my foot back, my heels are on the same line. My weight's gonna be more on my rear leg than my front, okay? Watch that again. So start feet together, then right foot will step back, back stance. I like to imagine like I'm tugging a rope, and as if I'm in a game of tug of war or something, my weight's sitting back. I'll turn sideways so you can see, all right? So as I start, feet together, and then right foot back. Remember, keep that weight shifted back a little bit. We like to say 70-30 or 60-40 between the two legs, all right? Practice that one. That's going to be for our orange belts and our green belts today, all right? Moving on to some of the kicking techniques for you guys. We'll start with the orange belt kicks, all right? So I'm going to start in a horse stance. You guys have the side kicks. We'll start with side snap kick. Something that you could do is actually turn sideways. You probably have more room side to side, and with a little cross, it'll make it easier for you to practice. So I'm going to look where I'm going to kick. I cross in front. My right leg's going to come up towards my knee. I then snap my hip out, delivering a good side snap kick, and then return back to the knee before I put it down to the ground. Watch that side again. So I cross, come up towards the knee, snap the hip and kick out, back in, and then land. Making sure that recovery happens is important. Now all you have to do is switch. Now you can do the other side. So I'll cross towards the knee, snap the hip out, boom, boom, and then back. All right? And you can go back and forth practicing your side snap kick. Like that, okay? Next will be side thrust kick. For this one, start in your fighting stance. You're going to bring your feet together and your hands to cup and saucer. From there, you're going to look to your side. Your arm is going to go straight out. Your knee will come up. You'll push the hip out, hold the kick out, and then recover back to your fighting stance. Watch that again. So up, look, hand and foot go out together, and then back to your stance. Watch one more time. Up, look, out, and then back to your stance. The hardest part about that technique is you're switching directions back and forth, so your balance might be a little bit of an issue, but do your best to practice that, okay? Moving on for our green belts, we're gonna go crescent kicks. For the inside crescent kick, you're gonna use the inside part of your foot, and you're gonna sweep it across in this orientation. So I'll lift that leg up, crescent across, and then back. Watch again, I sweep the leg, across. Try 3 with me, Ichi. Knee. One more, Ki-ai now. Sun. Ah! Outside crescent kick is next. Same thing, but just go the opposite way. So the knee comes up, and then sweep your hip and leg across for the outside crescent kick. I'll do 3 now. Ichi. Knee. One more with a Ki-ai. Sun. Ah! Great job, guys, on the basics. If you want 2 green belts, one of the things you can practice too with your back stance is you can start with the feet together, stretch one hand out straight, the other hand will come to your ear, step back into your back stance, and then chop. So knife hand block with your back stance. Left hand's open, right hand's out my belly button, elbow bent for my chop. Watch it from the front this time. So left hand to the ear, other hand out straight. Then you can step back in your back stance, knife hand block. Practice that after you're finished with the video. I'll move on to our sparring strategy for this level. Watch myself and Mr. Coach for a second. Today, we're going to cover BC, or block counter. This one's very good to have a partner, so if you have someone at home that you can work with, that would be great. So all we're going to do is she's going to take one hand. I'm going to be in my stance. She's simply going to take her left hand and kind of reach it out towards my forehead. Imagine that was a back fist or a jab, something coming at my head, a high technique. All I'm going to do is I'm going to duck down a little bit. Don't just use your arm here, but move the target that they're aiming for, and then counter with my own reverse punch, all right? Watch 3 times. Now, what will happen if you have someone at home to work out with, the person that is going to use their hand, they'll count. That way you're ready.
Ichi.
And try to see if you can work up to going at the same time.
Knee. Sun.
Same time now.
Shi.
Ah!
Go.
Ah! Thank you, Mr. Coase. Again, we call that BC, or block counter. One of the best defensive strategies you have. Hey, 100 class, it was good to see you guys. Enjoy your training at home. Get a little workout in, sweat it out. Class dismissed. Thank you, guys.